Tonight's game is brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. Anthem is transforming healthcare by improving the health of our local communities and by user testing real-time feedback from real customers wherever you work. There are some tight playoff races around USL Championship, but none tighter than the battle for fourth place in the Pacific Division. The Oakland Roots are one of 4 teams in that race, and they look to keep pace tonight as they host Las Vegas Lights here at Laney College, brought to you by User Testing. Experience what your customers experience with real-time feedback. Visit usertesting.com for more info. Excited to have you along with us tonight with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. War-ups and injury time brought to you by Mere Orthopedic Specialist, online or in person. Mere Orthopedic Specialist provides specialized, innovative, and compassionate services. Now, look, it's time to take a mental picture of the Puma Pacific Division standings because they will look a lot different at the end of the night. Galaxy hosts San Diego, Sacramento hosts Tacoma. In addition to this Oakland game, all those teams around that playoff line in action tonight, Ricky.
It is so tight in this Pacific Division. Oakland, does not matter who you're playing, where they are in the table, you need 3 points. You're at home. You want these 3 points to get into that playoff picture, and I'm expecting a firework match tonight, Joe.
This season's series comes to its conclusion tonight. The first 3 games were very entertaining between these 2 teams. Vegas took the first one way back when. That was a home game for Oakland. COVID impacted that game. Since then, Oakland has won 2 in a row, both of those on the road against Vegas, looking to keep up their win streak against the Lights tonight.
And you look at this Vegas squad, but you cannot be fooled. They are much better than where they sit in the table. And it's simple as this. You're Oakland, you're at home. You need 3 points. Nothing less. You need 3 points. It's a huge game for you, and I'm expecting them to come out firing, and it's going to be a really tough match.
Johnny Rodriguez, so instrumental in those 2 wins against Vegas. More on him in a moment. But on the other side for Las Vegas, Cal Jennings has been terrific and efficient. 8 goals in 15 matches this season for Las Vegas Lights.
And he is the danger man for this team. There's no other way to put it. He's just a nightmare to play for any defensive unit. With 8 goals and 3 assists on the season, we know the talent is there. The ability to score goals is there. But what makes him so hard to defend is his movement. His pace is incredible, and he finds those gaps. So look for him to get into dangerous areas tonight and have an impact for this light side.
The East Bay Community Energy player to watch for the Oakland Roots is Johnny Rodriguez. He starts tonight on the bench. He scored the winning goal the last time these teams met. He scored this world-class bicycle kick against San Diego. He's been terrific ever since coming back in August.
And he's just so important for this side. We've seen him play different positions, the ability to play as a number 9, the ability to play on the wide flank. But he's just so smart in his movement to get into dangerous areas and to find goal-scoring opportunities. So look for him to have a big impact when he comes on the pitch tonight.
Jordan Farrell said the Roots have been in playoff mode since early August, giving the club slow start to the season. And tonight is no different. It's another must-win game for Oakland as they host Las Vegas. Kickoff is just moments away.
For so many, life looks different these days. Some now work from home. Others have become essential. People are stepping up in big ways to help keep the world moving. And at Anthem Blue Cross, we're doing the same to keep them protected, with affordable plans full of benefits like online care. Because when health moves forward, we all move forward. Anthem Blue Cross.
Community. It's not just a place. It's shared experiences and memories. It's feeling like you belong. It's home.
Here is Jack McInerney, still McInerney!
But community is more than where you come from. It's the sum of our collective actions. And if we work together, it's ours for generations. East Bay Community Energy. Join us in leading the transition to green power.
Ball over the top for Rodriguez, cut inside, back post, exclamation point. Back here at Laney College, tonight's game brought to you by User Testing. The Oakland Roots hosting Las Vegas Lights. We take a look at the starting 11 for both sides, beginning with the visitors tonight. Ricky, brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross.
And it's going to be really interesting to see the relationship between Molina, Trejo, and Jennings. Those three are crafty players that like to get on the ball, so look at them intertwine. Molina coming into the middle, and it's going to take a really good effort from those three on this right side.
For the Oakland Roots, a lot of the familiar faces. Early in the year, we saw them cycle through more guys, but now they've found their core.
And exactly, it's Mafeka, Ameriqua, Bokila. Those three need to be firing on all cylinders. Get the big man service early and often, get him in dangerous areas, and he needs to find the backline net tonight.
Vegas from right to left in the white and blue. Oakland from left to right in the black and white. Michael Radchuk in the yellow gets us underway with the whistle. Here we go at Laney College. We will keep you updated throughout the evening on the other games as well in this Pacific Division playoff race. All the teams at that playoff line will be in action within a half an hour. Orange County kicking off simultaneously against Phoenix, and then at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, LA Galaxy 2 hosting San Diego Loyal, and Sacramento Republic hosting Tacoma Defiance. Entering the evening, Galaxy occupies that fourth position with 32 points. Oakland and Tacoma on 30, and Sacramento on 29. That's how it stands for now. It will change throughout the evening. I am sure of that, especially with Sacramento and Tacoma facing each other. Ball fall looks over the shoulder. Cal Jennings is pressuring. Crowd already into it very quickly here at Laney College. Roots celebrating Hispanic heritage tonight, as the USL is as well this month. Conoce tu Raices night here for the Oakland Roots. Lino Mafeka, the player down. Kickoff was brought to you by User Testing, real-time feedback from real customers wherever you work. Visit usertesting.com to learn more.
And it's a tough challenge here from Weber. Just comes in and gets Mafeka on the follow-through. It's a hard challenge to set the tone in this match so far, 2 minutes in.
That replay was brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburger, serving you since 1952. Already seen one thrilling match in the Western Conference tonight, as Colorado, in stoppage time in the second half, tied El Paso 1-1. Bokila flicked on, ball fall, goes down in the box. Shouts for penalty from the players and fans, but play continues. And it's a counter the other way for Vegas. They had numbers. And now the flag goes up on the Roots. A frantic minute here at Laney.
And it's a good header in from Bokila. But then what about this head from Clementa? You know, if I'm fall, I need to hit that. I think he's looking for the foul there. That first touch, you just need to smack that and see what happens. But again, it's a good start from the Oakland Roots to get on the half, to get that energy going so early in this match.
How about Cal Jennings, the striker, doing the dirty work there, winning that ball from ball fault. Both of these teams coming off a loss this past week. Vegas actually enters on a 10-match losing skid. They're without their head coach tonight, Steve Cherundolo, but for good reason. Congratulations to Steve Cherundolo, inducted into the National Soccer Hall of Fame tonight. We'll have more on that at the half. Enrique Duran, the acting head coach this evening, in his stead. It was a tough one for Oakland last week against Orange County. Jordan Farrell felt they had a bit of positive play in the first half that carried over into the second. And it was very, very tight the whole way. The cooperation among the forward line is getting better and better, but he felt they could have finished a couple of more times in that one. One goal, not enough, as Orange County broke through for the stoppage time winner in that one.
And it's going to be really interesting to see Mefeka and Bokila, how they link up. Mefeka, he needs to be big in there. He needs to be able to hold the ball, have the likes of Ameriqual running in behind, who has a tremendous work ethic. Muba coming in underneath. So look for those four going forward to really be on the same page tonight.
Outside of Cal Jennings, Roberto Molina, very dangerous for this Vegas squad. On the ball now. 2 goals, 3 assists this season. Kai Green heads it away and ball clears. Expected attendance around 5,000 tonight at Laney College. These crowds have been building as the season has gone along, as the Roots have continued their positive form. But a chance here for Vegas in the box, and it's in! Blanchette asking for a flag, but it'll count. Danny Trejo got the last touch to it, and Vegas on the board first.
And what a start this is for the Lights. And it's just, they're on the front foot, they're too active. And it's Vasquez coming on this right side. Not sure if it was Trejo or Vasquez, but they won't ask any questions as long as that one is on the scoreboard. And what a dream start for Durant and this Las Vegas Lights side. It's going to be very interesting to see how they're able to react with this fan base at Laney College. But there you go. What a start that is.
Right on cue as I'm talking about Vasquez. He gets his 4th assist of the season. Trejo taps it in for his 2nd goal. Didn't seem to phase the crowd at all, though. They're at the same decibel level as before that goal. When Vegas is involved, you can expect goals. They don't play a lot of defense. They've given up a league-leading 64. They've also scored 33. That's right there in the middle of the pack. And when these teams have met previously, the goals have flowed in. 3-1 Oakland one time, 2-1 Vegas before that. It was almost odd that the last time they played it was just 1-0, but weather played a role. It was 109 degrees on that night at Cashman Field.
And that's one thing that Coach Farrell was able to mention, that this team is just so explosive, both teams. But you cannot sleep on this Vegas side. You know they're at the bottom of the table, but you cannot be looking at them. They can make you pay with any mistake you have in this back, and you know Coach Farrell's getting on his boys to tighten it up and keep going.
Chatting with Steve Cherundolo this week. Again, not there tonight as he is enjoying his Hall of Fame induction. He said obviously he's not happy with the results for this Vegas team, but it's about development right now, and he's very proud of what he is seeing in the progress of these young players, game in, game out. Results not there, but the performances have been steadily getting better. This ball played end line for Mefeka. It stays in. Sorry, step to Jennings. Now it's Diaz. Along for Fisore. Bokila makes the run. Looking for that secondary ball as it falls. Bokila battling in the box and just nodded calmly back to Alex Rando. And these teams have met the first couple of times this year. Oakland has controlled much of the possession, much of the tempo. Vegas has looked very dangerous on the counter, playing through a Cal Jennings.
And you can see how they scored their goal. It's a little bit too casual in the back for Oakland. And Vegas is just there to pounce on any mistake. You can tell this team is very energetic. They want to get at you. So you have to be very cognitive of that if you're Oakland.
Lino Mefeka slips on the turf as he was trying to defend. Here's Quincy Ameriquat. Haven't seen a lot of Ameriquat the last month. They've just been giving him some rest days. Older veteran. They've got plenty of other options, allowing him to just have some maintenance days to be ready for this stretch run now in October.
And he's going to be such a big and instrumental part going forward. Playoffs are just around the corner, so you want him to be healthy. You want him to be 100%. And what better time for him to get a goal tonight and to get going.
Number of veterans on this Oakland club. have been stepping up into leadership roles ever since August when this team began the turnaround. And those are the guys they're looking to rely on here as things heat up in the playoff race. And take a look at the injury report brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. None reported for Oakland and just the one for Vegas. Hope to keep it that way as the night goes along. And Jordan Farrell talked about some of those veterans. Volfall, Emmer Clementa, they've been there, done that with other teams in this league, in playoff runs. Those are the guys they look to step up now, as is the case with Quincy Amarikwa, who's been there in the MLS.
And it's all about your availability. You have to be available at the right time. And all these players coming back for Coach Farrell, that you can see there's no players injured. That's something he loves to see as a coach, as an organization. And they need to start clicking, they need to score goals, and they need to get in the rhythm working into playoffs.
Vegas is mathematically alive. I don't think anybody is factoring them into the talk about the playoff race. They would be eliminated tonight, though, if they were to lose. But again, it's a team that on any given night, you never know. They did have that 2-2 draw at home against Phoenix. Many of their positive results have come at home. They're 2-11 on the road. But with the talent they have, a player like Jennings in the middle, Jordan Farrell acknowledged as much that they are much better than when these teams met just about a month ago. In part because they've gotten some players back, whether from injury or whether from loan from LAFC. Much different squad they're facing tonight. Danny Trejo, one of those players who was not in the mix when these teams met a month ago. He gets the goal in the 5th minute. 14th pick by LAFC in the 2021 draft. Ball pressured, gets it out to Diaz, nice touch into space, has an option forward, it's Amarikwa, and it's cut off well by CC Uche, and Amarikwa commits the foul.
And it's going to be really interesting to see how Uche, Traore, Leone in that back line, how they communicate. This forward line of the Oakland Roots are so physical, they're so explosive, they like to get in behind, they like to pin you up, so it's going to take a really big shift from those three to be able to keep a goose egg for this Oakland Roots squad.
Going to look to Alex Rando to make some big saves as well tonight, Las Vegas. He actually leads the league in saves. Not a category you want to lead in because it means you're under fire quite a bit. But he does have 99 saves, a league best. Played in again here, it's Weber. Vegas has found those soft pockets of space back there. Once they've made Oakland pay, and nearly again.
And it's not something you want to see if you're Coach Farrell. You need to get the leaders, Fall, Clementa, Green, in that middle of the defense to clean it up. There's too many gaps. They're getting played through so easily. So look for them to clean it up going into continue this first half.
Takahashi defending, Volfall taken down. Michael Radchuk in to make sure this doesn't escalate here. And it is escalating. Jennings with a shove to Blanchette. Volfall and Danny Trejo make good in the end. Rather Molina.
And again, you can see how creative, how crafty these players are from Las Vegas. They like to get in behind, they like to dribble, they have a lot of skill, a lot of flair. So be aware of that. And again, that's something you like to see from Fall, to get behind and do the defensive work.
Takahashi pressures. Chipped along to Molina. Almost looks like Oakland wasn't ready for this start. Crowd is into it. Energy's high. Pressure's on the line here. Sloppy play early on, and Vegas made them pay for it.
It just came out a little bit too flat, and that's something you do not want to see with the game that has so much implication as this one. That's when you look at your leaders, especially the two in the middle, Pastore and Fall, to get the tempo higher, to get the energy, to get the confidence going between the players. Because Vegas seems like to be on the front foot. They want to get at you.
Bokila for Diaz. I know Diaz so instrumental in this Oakland attack. with his runs up and down the wing. He's drawn a couple of penalties this year. Interestingly enough, he doesn't have an assist to his credit so far this season for as often as he is up and down that flank, supplying the crosses. But he does have a number of hockey assists, if you will, for any crossover hockey soccer fans tuning in tonight. The pass to the pass that has led to a number of Oakland goals. Sepulveda. Taken down by Dylan Presto. Looking for Molina. And it'll be out for a goal kick. See Oakland Roots take on a NorCal rival Sacramento Republic this Wednesday, October 6th for $1 beer and $1 soda night at Landy Stadium. $1 beers, $1 sodas. I think the crowds will be rather lively on Wednesday.
I mean, they need to. It's such a big match.
Bokila holds up the play, finds Mumba. He had the goal against Orange County last week for the Roots. Still Mumba. Pulls back for Valfall. Mumba just turned 20 a couple of weeks ago. He's got 4 goals this season, tied for the team lead with that man, Valfall, and with Jeremy Bokila. Here's Takahashi. Switches to Diaz. Diaz taken down. This time it is a penalty. Mentioned it a few moments ago. No assist, but he's drawn a couple penalties for the Roots. He draws another, and it's a yellow card against Traore. A chance to level now for the Roots.
And it's a good attack from the Oakland Roots, moving the ball left to right. And then it's just about individual brilliance from Diaz to be quicker to the ball and to draw a PK. You can see that quick touch right there beats Traore, and you don't want to be leaving your foot in if you're a defender in the box. Really well done there from Diaz to get a PK for this Oakland Roots squad. Let's see if they can make it count.
Was wondering who might step up. Valfall has taken one and missed one this year. Jose Hernandez has taken one and converted it this year, not in the lineup tonight. It's Quincy Amarikwa looking for his first goal for the Roots. Had 30 to his name in his MLS career. And oh, by the way, he played for Las Vegas last season, so a chance to do it to his former team. They brought him in mid-season. Wanted to be a part of this club and everything it stands for, and help them in crunch time in October. And he has a chance to do that now. Quincy Amarikwa against Alex Rando. It's Amarikwa, and it's saved by Rando.
Talk about a big-time save from Rando. And make no mistake about it, Amarikwa hits this ball on a lace, but it's just picking the right side and a save for Rando. You want your keeper to stand up big and be big in a big game, and he did just that. Well done, Rando.
How about that for your 100th save of the season?
No better save than that. But it's going to be very interesting to see how Amarikwa, he's a player that has a lot of experience. So look for him to keep his head on straight and to keep going. As a forward, you're always looking for that next opportunity. And you know he's going to be hungry and not going to stop.
There's Amarikwa. Flag went up for offside as he came back to receive the ball. Alex Rando has given up over 50 goals this season. You can't really fault him for it. The way the defense has played at times for Vegas. Again, they lead the league in goals conceded. They play a very open brand of soccer. It's left them vulnerable to all those concessions. 64 times this season they have conceded. But Rando has done his part. Now 100 saves here in his 22nd start. And his season began a little bit late as well. Here's Trejo. Season began for Rando near the end of April after his collegiate season with the University of Virginia ended, and then he came here to sign with Vegas. Traore drives it. You don't get 3 points for that in this sport. Out for a goal kick.
But again, you can see what Las Vegas is trying to do. They're trying to get at you. They're so energetic in their movement, where it's Trejo, Jennings, Vasquez interchanging. It's a really joy to see. And you know Coach Duran is going to be very happy with the start 20 minutes into this game. And for the other side, Oakland, they need to wake up. They need to get more energy. They need to be more intense, increase the tempo. You're getting beat to every second ball by this Las Vegas Lights squad.
All fall. Sticks the foot in, nearly won it. Here's Molina. Desore. Okila. Again, Vegas springs forward. Cal Jennings, 8 goals on the season. And it's poked away by Clementa. Amarikwa, Okila, and Amarikwa again. Heavy touch, and Amarikwa would like back. Sloppy in the middle from both teams as we approach the 20-minute mark. Here's Bokila. Battling through, looking for the ball. Trejo with Jennings. It's Trejo. Jennings open in the middle. Trejo takes it, stopped by Blanchette. All the way through to Alex Rando. End-to-end action, non-stop for 20 minutes.
Just non-stop. The tempo is so fast. And it all becomes from this Las Vegas side. They're on the front foot. They're taking the game to the Oakland Roots, which is very surprising because this game means so much to the Roots in the playoff picture.
We asked Jordan Farrell what he thought this game would look like with these teams meeting for a 4th time, because each of the other 3 have looked a little different from each other. The first one you could kind of throw out. The teams had COVID issues. Players were pulled last moment. Second time around, it was open 3-1 for Oakland. Third time around, the 109-degree game that just finished 1-0. So they all look different. And he honestly wasn't sure. He said this game could, on one hand, be very, very open. It could be a defensive struggle. He leaned towards thinking it would be open because of the ball moving quickly on this Laney College turf with the fans into it. That gets everybody involved, amped up. So far, that has been the correct guess there from Jordan Farrell.
It's been a very open game. And that's when you want players like Fisori to get on the ball, slow down the tempo, move the ball left to right, find the gaps between the Las Vegas Lights squad and pick them apart like we've seen they can. They have so much talent, those two, and they are the anchors, the engines of the squad, so you want them to take hold and reign of the games.
Here's Diaz. Amarikwa. Diaz continues to run. Amarikwa finds him. Flag stays down. Diaz puts it in front. Rando is there. Rando came up through the NYCFC Academy. 2015 to 2019. Spent a year at Stanford and then a year at Virginia. Here's Amarikwa, drags it near side of the post.
And again, you can see Amarikwa not fazed by that PK miss. He's getting right back into the action. You see it's a great combination between him and Diaz on this right side. And this is what you love to see. Unable to put that on target, unlucky enough not to question Rando, but again, great signs for Amarikwa. You can see how hungry he is and how mentally strong he is not to let that PK miss affect him.
Here's Fisore. Steve Cherundolo noted that the scouting report on Oakland hasn't changed through each of these matchups. They know Oakland's going to try to control the space. You just got to try to force them to make mistakes. The fake inside! Amarikwa makes up for the penalty miss. It's 1-1 at Laney.
Who else? Who else? Again, it's on this right flank. Diaz involved, but what a ball that is from Mafeka to find the man we've been talking about nonstop, Amarikwa. You get into dangerous areas, you put the ball in the back of the net. That's why you got brought in to do, and you do just that. What a goal for this Oakland Roots side, and what a goal for Amarikwa. Game on.
First goal as a member of the Oakland Roots for Quincy Amarikwa. That is a $510 donation to Ecology Center, brought to you by East Bay Community Energy. This year's Earth Day marked the Ecology Center's 51st anniversary. Their mission is to inspire and build a sustainable, healthy, and just future by modeling education and advocacy for the East Bay, California, and beyond. Fourth assist now on the season for Linda Mafeka. Two former San Jose Earthquakes linking up there as well, never overlapping Amarikwa and Mafeka, but both spent time in that organization.
And they've had so much success on this right flank. And it's just that simple run down to the corner flag, and Diaz just rolls the ball into Mafeka. You saw Diaz was on the receiving end at one time, then he's placed provider. But again, keep an eye on that movement because it's broken this Las Vegas side time twice.
Mumba. Right after he missed the penalty, or rather, it was saved by Rando. You said he'd get it back, Ricky, and that he did. Quincy Amarikwa, again, first of his Oakland Roots career. Does it against his former team as well. Played 6 games for Vegas last season. He's on the ball again, sends it, and it's grabbed by Rando. Mokila made the run, gives the thumbs up to Amarikwa. This looks like an entirely different Oakland Roots team from what we saw in the first 20 minutes.
And you can see they're feeling it. Their energy's back. Now they're on the ball. They're confident, and you love to see this again, Coach Farrell.
Felt the key to this game, Jordan Farrell, was the midfield battle. He said that in reviewing the film of the first 3 meetings between these teams, the team that won each game won the midfield battle. Vegas won it the first time, won the game. Oakland won it the next 2 times, won both games. And a yellow card issued here to Sepulveda.
And again, it's just a loose ball. And he just comes in, cleats up Sepulveda. It's a hard challenge in the middle of the park, and it's going to be very interesting to see how he reacts with a yellow card 27 minutes into this match.
So far, you can't really, I'd say, diagnose who is winning that midfield battle. It seems sloppy from both teams to this point.
It's just so open. Turnovers after turnovers. That's when you want someone to step on the ball and dictate the tempo of the game.
Diaz swings it in, falls in the box for Mumba. Back out for Fasore. He clips it towards the back post. Amarikwa tried something acrobatic. Elsewhere in the Pacific Division, nearly a half an hour in, Orange County and Phoenix are scoreless. And we're minutes away from kickoff in the Galaxy San Diego game and the Sacramento Tacoma game. Diaz. Mafeka. Diaz continues his run. Mafeka keeps it, swings it in. It's an own goal! 2-1 Oakland! Last off of Tony Leone. He laid prone on the turf for a moment. His teammates console him, but the Roots take the lead.
And again, it's down this right side. And guess who's involved? Mafeka. You put the ball into dangerous areas and good things happen. Unfortunate enough for Leone to score a goal in his wrong net. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to just put it out of danger, but unlucky enough, he puts it into his own goal. But the Oakland Roots will not care. It's, again, a great goal for them. 2-1 in the 30th minute.
As That's another $510 donation to Ecology Center. Brought to you by East Bay Community Energy. Trejo trying to get it right back for Vegas. Clementa got it as far as Weber. And the flag does now go up. That was a terrific header from Leon if it were at the other end of the field. Diving header. But it's just so tough as a defender dealing with a ball in like that.
Because if he doesn't touch that, Amarikwa right there to put it in. So you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to head it out over the end line. But unlucky enough, he just reads it wrong and misplays it, and it goes into his net. But it's just such a tough.
Here's Amarikwa again. Rando slow to it off the blocks. And he comes away with it. Half an hour gone with Ricky Lopez, Espen. I'm Joe Malfa. Glad you could join us this evening. Roots and lights. And it has not disappointed so far. Exactly what we expected, given the matchups we've seen previously with these teams. Here's Mumba earning a corner kick. This corner brought to you by East Bay Community Energy, providing green power at low rates. Visit ebce.org to find out more. Mafeka has an assist on the Amarikwa goal. Give him a half assist, I guess, for the own goal. It was his ball that was then headed in. Now he positions it from the corner.
And you can tell the type of player he is, able to take over a game with this service, as we see here again.
Okila collapsing to it. Traore just puts it up in the air. Diaz. So much of the attack for Oakland has come through Diaz and Mafeka on this right side.
32 minutes in, and Diaz has been terrific. He's been working this right flank, getting into the attack, combining with Amarikwa, combining with Mafeka, and that's something that is tremendous to have as a right back is able to attack as well. Such a weapon to have for this Oakland Roots side.
Takahashi quickly pressured. Puts it into Volfault. Physicality picking up in this game as well. Already a pair of yellow cards issued, both to Vegas. Traore and Sepulveda. And a chat here with Volfault. Michael Radchuk also calls over Tony Leon. Traore has been looking over his shoulder for Amarikwa the last 10 minutes. As a player, you could probably let a penalty miss like that make or break you, and so far, Amarikwa has turned it into something positive ever since.
And that leans on experience. He's such an important player, not only on the field, but off the field. He has so much experience, so much mental strength, and you can see that's on display tonight.
Blanchette volleys it high into the Oakland night sky. Molina turning. Mumba wins it. Jordan Farrell had nothing but positive things to say about Ariel Mumba. He certainly adapted to the level of USL Championship compared to where he was in April when he started. Coach Farrell noted that it's difficult at his age, now just 20 years old, in the short span of about 2 years to have gone from academy to NISA to USL. That's two different steep learning curves from academy to professional and then NISA to USL. And he's handled it very well, and he's only getting better. Jennings over to Traore. Sepulveda. Tristan Weber. Marippa gets a touch to it and wins it. Nightmare of a start for Oakland. Trejo goal in the 5th minute on the road here for Vegas. But then 2 goals 5 minutes apart for the Roots. Amarikwa in the 24th, and then an own goal for Tony Leone in the 29th. And in between there, Amarikwa missed a penalty as well. Jam-packed of a 35 minutes as you can have here on this evening at Laney College. Rando reads that one. Tesore battles with Molina. Well done to get that one through. Dylan Presto with it. Still Presto. No white jersey making that run centrally in the box. Presto again. Amarikwa. Every time he gets the ball in his feet, you sense a buzz about the crowd. Good ball through to Mumba. Too good in the end. Hits him in the backside. Jennings turns, feeds it through. Molina pulls it back. Presto, and Mumba is there. Sepulveda taken down by Trejo. Weber, Jennings, Cal Jennings, blocked by Green, out for a corner kick.
And again, you can see how explosive this Las Vegas Lights is. Whether it's Jennings, whether it's Trejo, whether it's Vasquez coming on with a bit of skill, trying to find their own shot. But again, it's really well defended by this Oakland Roots squad that have been solid since conceding that first goal. They've buckled down, they've been more organized and making it very hard for this Las Vegas Lights to get any gaps in between now.
Suppose there was one final touch in there from Jennings, out for a goal kick instead. See the score there, Phoenix up 1-0 on Orange County. It is a race for 4th place right now that we're looking at in this Pacific Division, but depending on how many points Oakland and the Galaxy are able to pick up and how Orange County fares. Orange County not by any means safe yet. They're in 3rd position right now, but they're only on 37 points, so 4 points clear of Galaxy and Oakland. But that gap can close very quickly, as we saw in these past couple of weeks. Galaxy won 3 games in a row, and it got them to where they are now in 4th place. Here's a look at those live standings. Galaxy 4th place, Oakland 5th place, Tacoma 6th, Sacramento 7th, all within 3 points of each other. First tiebreaker is head-to-head points. That is why Galaxy right now would be above Oakland. They won the season series.
Just so tight. That makes this game mean so much more to the Oakland Roots. They're at home. They have their fans behind their back. You need 3 points, and you're on your way to keep up the pressure. Bokila has been terrific with his hold-up play so far. Keep feeding the big man. Have Amarikwa get involved. He's feeling it. He's getting confident. Mumba's getting more active. Get those 3 firing on all cylinders.
Plenty of space for Trejo. He drives one in. Takahashi gets a foot to it. Kept alive by Weber. USL on ESPN continues with a clash of playoff implications as Louisville City FC looks to stay atop the Central Division against a New Mexico United side fighting for the final spot in the Mountain Division. Don't miss the drama unfold tomorrow at 3 Eastern on ESPN2. That one driven from afar. Weber was hoping it would slice just a little more. Out for a goal kick.
And it's just a ball in a dangerous area. But what about this hit from Weber? Just hits this, laces through the middle of the ball. It's a clean hit, but unlucky enough to get it on target and question Blanchette. But what a hit and what an attempt that is from Weber.
Molina taken down. Plays it quickly to Sepulveda, gets it back. Roberto Molina and Cal Jennings haven't linked up quite yet. Another update for you. Sacramento, the goal against Tacoma. That changes things again. Ricky, I said take a mental picture of it before the game started. It was going to change a lot, and here we are watching it unfold in real time. Here's hoping that things are this close on the last day of the season to build all of that drama up for October 30th.
And this is what you dream out if you're a player. You want everyone on their best day to get the best game you can, to prove yourself. And what a race this is in the Pacific Division for that #4 spot in the playoffs.
Amarikwa taken down. ICC Uche. Free kick on the way for the Roots. That will essentially be a short corner.
And those two have been battling all night. Uche and Amarikwa, they're just so physical, just trying to get body position, and Uche just comes through the back of Amarikwa, who again has been active, and he wins a dangerous free kick for the Oakland Roots.
Fall taking it. We've seen him score 2 terrific free kick goals this year. He wouldn't dare shoot it from this angle, would he?
You never know with him. But look for him to put it right in between that 6-yard box and the goal to kind of question Rando. Does he go? Does he stay? And put the keeper in no man's land.
Touches it to Mafeka, gets it back. Volfo strikes it. And a little bit of a better angle there as he tapped it over to Mafeka. Looking for an essential career in the field of aviation, the Aviation Institute of Maintenance offers FAA-approved hands-on training to prep students to test for their airframe and power plant certification. Call 888-FIX-JETS for more info. That's 888-349-5387. Trejo. Great ball through to Jennings. Flag stays down. Cal Jennings against Blanchette. It's saved. Attack still alive. Molina clipped back by Mafeka, and that will end the danger. 8 goals on the season for Cal Jennings. You'd think he'd finish there.
Yeah, I think he just got caught in between two minds. There's a player coming on the right side, didn't know whether to pass it, but you put your money on him to find the back of the net there. But again, it's what a save that is from Blanchette. We see another keeper standing up big and saving his team.
Blanchette, part of the turnaround here for the Roots ever since early August. Before August 11th, a goals against average of 2.66 and a save percentage down around 65%. Since August 11th, that goals against average coming into the night was 0.71 with a save percentage in the 80s. If the current results hold, with Sacramento and Oakland winning, and LA Galaxy tied with San Diego, would set up a very interesting Wednesday night between Oakland and Sacramento. If either side were to win that game, they'd vault into 4th place. And that's the big NorCal rivalry here between Oakland and Sacramento. 3 ties so far between those teams this year. Diaz, good ball in. Mumba mishits it. And before Volfall can bury it, the flag does go up.
And it's nervy moments for the Slight side. Oakland is on the front foot, putting balls in dangerous situations. And lucky enough, they're found offsides, but if you're the Las Vegas Lights, you want Sepulveda on the ball. You want Weber to get on the ball more. Molina has been very quiet. You see Jennings, he missed a good opportunity. You need to get his confidence back up. You want to play yourself into the game. You started bright and early. You want to keep that energy up and keep asking questions of the Oakland Roots and their back line.
Jennings battles Green. 24-year-old Cal Jennings was the 17th pick in the draft last year by FC Dallas. He has scored goals everywhere in his career. 46 in 64 games collegiately at UCF, and now 8 in 15 games for Vegas. Also a handful of appearances in MLS this year. Only 1 minute of stoppage time here in this first half, brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. If you love pies, you've got to try Nation's Gourmet Pies, made fresh daily in Nation's own East Bay Bakery. Nation's Gourmet Pies, even if pies had corners, Nation's would never cut them. Keep it real, make it Nation's. Takahashi trying to find one more attack for the Roots. Here's Mumba to the end line. Mumba puts it in front, Bokila just misses it. Valfall on the volley, and it's grabbed by Rando. How many times have we seen Valfall do that this year already?
And how many times have we seen Mumba been active on that left side with a bit of skill? Just so unlucky not to get on the end of it. Bokila is, but it's good signs for the Oakland Roots to get those two. You want them to link up, you want them to be on the same page, and they have been so far in this first half.
Foul goes against Amarikwa. Traore wants a yellow card. Amarikwa's been very physical tonight. By my count, that was his third foul. That's right around the territory where you see the referee walk over and start pointing to various spots of the field and then whip out the yellow. But just a warning this time for Amarikwa as the halftime whistle blows. Take a deep breath. That was end-to-end action for 46 minutes, 3 goals, a penalty that was saved. You name it, that first half had it. And Oakland will take that lead 2-1 into the break.
And something you love to see if you're a soccer fan, just a tempo. Players wanting to get into the attack, players wanting to score. Confidence is high, players moving, the ball's moving. And if you're Oakland Roots, you need to convert another goal. You need to get your deficit to 2. You need to score more goals. And if you're Las Vegas Lights, get Jennings more involved. He is your danger man. He missed a good opportunity, but he needs to get another look at goal. And I'm expecting a really good second half coming up.
So much going on right now all across the Pacific Division in this race for 4th playoff spot. Oakland right now is on the outside looking in the live table, but so much can change still tonight. It's the Roots up 2-1 on the Lights. We're back in a moment on the Anthem Halftime Show.
It doesn't matter how hard you play, practice, or compete, unless you do it together.
1, 2, 3, family!
That's why Anthem Blue Cross and Oakland Roots are teaming up, taking on food insecurity, improving physical and mental health, and speaking out for social justice. We're committed to improving the lives and health of our community together. Visit oaklandroots.com/anthem to learn more.
Oakland, the town.
A world-class city where it's not just about where you're going,
But it's also where you come from. See, here, there's always room at the top.
where sky's the limit.
But roots help keep you grounded. And this is town business. If you know, you know. Some might say it's rough around the edges.
But we all know that the flavors are in the margins. It's a family affair out here.
It's all eyes on we.
Hold it down for the people holding you up. These things matter to us.
It is Let's Go Oakland over and over and over again, where East Oakland and West Oakland meet.
Show the town love.
And the town will love you back. Oakland, forever.
Community. It's not just a place. It's shared experiences and memories. It's feeling like you belong. it's home.
Here is Jack McInerney, still McInerney!
But community is more than where you come from. It's the sum of our collective actions. And if we work together, it's ours for generations. East Bay Community Energy. Join us in leading the transition to green power.
Those kids have had a lot to bang those thundersticks about in the first half. It's 2-1 Roots as we begin the Anthem halftime show with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. We take a look now at the resume of Steve Cherundolo. We noted that the head coach is not here tonight. He's got more important things going on as he is honored and inducted into the National Soccer Hall of Fame. You name it, he did it in his career. Just a terrific player all around as a left back. What more can you say? The resume speaks for itself. Now he's trying to translate it into a coaching career.
And when you have a coach that has his experience, you just want to pick his brain, get to learn as much as you can from his experiences, captaining the U.S. men's national team, playing in Europe, having 2 World Cups under his belt. It's just unbelievable resume just to be able to learn and be under his wing.
Take a look at the playoff race. We've been live updating it, as we've said. These were the point totals entering tonight. We'll show you the updated standings in a moment. 6 games remaining for Galaxy, Roots, and Sacramento after tonight. Tacoma does have a game in hand on those teams, and it comes against Vegas, so a chance to pick up 3 extra points. The schedule ahead for each of these teams, it's not going to be easy for any of these teams. It's anybody's guess who ends up in the playoffs.
And that's what you want as a player. You want an opportunity. You want an opportunity to prove yourself why you belong in the playoffs. But let me tell you what, that Sacramento-Oakland game on Wednesday is going to be massive.
That's the big one. Galaxy and Oakland finish their season series. Tacoma and Oakland will eventually meet again. And that game against Sacramento for Oakland is the last time those teams will meet this year, Oakland and Sacramento. And it could be, if these results hold, probably won't, if the first half is any indication for all of the games around the Pacific Division. But if this holds, that game Wednesday between Oakland and Sacramento would see the winner jump LA Galaxy into 4th place.
It's just so tight. Every point matters. Every match matters. And the first thing you have to tell your players is win the game at hand. Don't look at the table. Don't look at the scenarios. Just win your games and everything will fall into place.
And all it takes is putting together a couple of good games. LA Galaxy, too. Nobody talked about them 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, they win 3 games in 2 weeks, pick up 9 straight points, and there they are in 4th place. And as it stands again, Sacramento up on Tacoma 1-0. Galaxy and San Diego are tied 0-0. And right here, it is 2-1. Oakland Roots over Las Vegas Lights. That kid, make sure he doesn't slip there on the railing. He's got a second half to watch. And we're back in a moment on the Anthem Halftime Show with a look around USL Championship.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Hey, y'all. Can we change up the chores?
Sorry. It's up to the wheel, man.
Oh, yeah?
Hey! Change the channel back.
Sorry, it's up to the wheel.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
He's after it again. Hopino got the shot away.
Jimmy McLaughlin, oh, sensational.
Cuts it back, Armando Moreno sticks it in, and Josh Suggs tucks it away. And the header, and it's saved by Tambakis.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
It doesn't matter how hard you play, practice, or compete, unless you do it together.
1, 2, 3, family!
That's why Anthem Blue Cross and Oakland Roots are teaming up. taking on food insecurity, improving physical and mental health, and speaking out for social justice. We're committed to improving the lives and health of our community together. Visit oaklandroots.com/anthem to learn more.
Conoce tus raíces night here at Laney College as the Oakland Roots celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, and they're celebrating a 2-1 halftime lead at the moment. Take a look around USL Championship with some news and notes. Phoenix Rising became the first team to officially clinch a playoff spot last week. They're not the only team. Since then, Birmingham Legion and Tampa Bay Rowdies out east have clinched spots. Haji Berry sitting on that record, almost had it today, Ricky. It ended up being an own goal. If it were hockey, this is the second time I've referenced hockey in this broadcast. It would have been a goal for Haji Berry. He was the last Colorado player to touch it. Doesn't count for him, though. And in this past week, as Birmingham have wrapped up that playoff spot, Nico Brett earns Clear Audio Player of the Week with 3 goals and an assist. We take a look at that live scoreboard here. Plenty to choose from here. As what stands out to you, Ricky, with the Pacific Division games going on?
Well, I'm looking at the 2 on the bottom, LA Galaxy and the Sacramento game. And Tacoma, they're all fighting for that number 4 spot. So keep an eye on those 2 games, and you know these Oakland Roots fans and players are going to know the score going into the second half.
Another one to keep an eye on, the RGV game, 2-0 at the half, and the final score to keep an eye on, El Paso and Colorado. Whoever comes in 4th in this division, in all likelihood, will be facing El Paso. So now fans of Pacific Division teams, you start keeping an eye on the Mountain Division as well to see who you might be facing in the first round of the postseason. And as we try to sift through who ends up where in the standings, we look at the schedule and the road ahead. That big game tomorrow on ESPN, Louisville and New Mexico. Outside of that one, which you could find again on ESPN2, which one are you sitting down to watch, Ricky?
El Paso and San Antonio, sorry. That game there's just so much talent on both sides. It's going to be a tremendous match to watch, and I'm excited to watch that match. And again, you see Austin and Tacoma cross-division match, but it's going to be an exciting one.
And Tacoma right now in a bad way. They have lost 5 games in a row, could be on the way to 6 if that result holds. They are down 1-0 against Sacramento, and we'll be back here in just a moment with highlights and stats from half number 1 and kick of half number 2 between the Oakland Roots and Las Vegas Lights. Ball over the top for Rodriguez, cut inside, back post, exclamation point.
What do you think about our new tagline?
Have you checked that on Urban Dictionary?
That's descriptive.
How's our checkout working?
I can't add it to the cart. The chat's in the way. Frustrating.
Eye-opening.
See it how your customer sees it with user testing.
For so many, life looks different these days. Some now work from home. Others have become essential. People are stepping up in big ways to help keep the world moving. And at Anthem Blue Cross, we're doing the same to keep them protected. With affordable plans full of benefits like online care. Because when health moves forward, we all move forward. Anthem Blue Cross.
Our world is made up of digital experiences. Experiences that rely on the movement of money. From payments to purchases, from transactions to transfers, Marqeta's modern card issuing platform enables companies to issue physical, virtual, and tokenized cards to build their payments infrastructure. That's why leaders across industries use Marqeta to power new and innovative experiences. Marqeta. You see a card, we see endless possibilities.
Just about ready for the second half here at Laney College. What is certainly one of the biggest crowds on hand this season for the Roots as the playoff race heats up here in October. We take a look at the first half highlights brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. And take a look at all of the goals in this one. 3 in the first half, and had that penalty and the penalty save as well. Started in the 5th minute with Vegas getting on the board.
And they came out of the gate so fast, so energetic, taking the game to Oakland. You see it just a little bit too casual for Clemenza, and the ball ends up in the back of the net by Trajo.
And the 16th minute here, Diaz, Mafeka, they've been very active on the right side. Diaz here earns the penalty, third time he's earned a penalty this season, but then Quincy Amarikwa unable to convert.
And he hits it well, but just Rando just guesses the right side, and what a save that is for the Las Vegas Lights and the confidence of Rando.
A few moments later, though, Quincy Amarikwa didn't get it done the first time. He gets it done and makes up for it just 5 minutes later.
And as a striker, you're always looking for the next opportunity. What about that ball from Lindo Mafeka just to find the head for Amarikwa? And that's what you want as a striker, as an attacking player. You want to get in dangerous situations and you want to put the ball in the back of the net, and he did just that.
And then again, just a few moments after that, again, it's Mafeka on the right side. Amarikwa, Diaz factoring in as well, the own goal from Vegas.
And it's just putting the ball into a dangerous area. It's a really tough situation there for Leon. He doesn't know who's behind him, and he needs to get a touch because Amarikwa's right there. Just unlucky enough, he puts it into the back of his own net.
Look at the stats brought to you by Anthem as well. 60% possession from Oakland. When I saw that, that one caught me by surprise because I feel like this game has just been back and forth, open the whole way, but a big number for the Roots.
And it's been so open. But again, playing the ball into Bokila has been the Oakland Roots' formula for success so far. With that, they're able to play through him. You have Amarikwa making runs that we've seen on this right-hand side. Diaz has gotten involved. And if you're the Las Vegas Lights, you want to get Jennings into dangerous areas again. You want to get Vasquez, who found his footing in the beginning of the game, and you want to get Molina, who is your playmaker, in between the lines and pulling the strings.
Players making their way back out onto the turf here for half number 2. Enrique Duran, the acting head coach tonight for Las Vegas Lights. See what adjustments he makes in the second half. Again, Steve Cherundolo, congratulations on his induction tonight into the National Soccer Hall of Fame. Jordan Farrell walking out onto the field as well for a word with Kai Green. Kai Green had his hands full just a bit at the end of that first half with Cal Jennings. Jordan Farrell told us he actually does have a superstition that he does every single game. Tears a piece of gum in half before the game, chews half during the game, and saves the other half for victory gum at the end of the game. So I hope he's got it handy, because right now the Roots are up 2-1, and right now it's doubly important because San Diego scored against LA Galaxy 2, which means in the live table, Oakland now leapfrogging Galaxy into the 4th position, into that playoff spot. Momentarily. I think momentarily is the operating word tonight, because so far we've seen Roots anywhere from 4th to 6th, and Sacramento has been in 6th and 7th, and Galaxy have been from 4th down to 6th. The one on the short end of the stick tonight is Tacoma. They fell to 7th quickly and have stayed there.
There's so much movement, so much competition for that playoff position.
Second half is underway. Oakland from right to left in the black and white. Vegas from left to right in the white and blue. One sub to get to you on the Vegas side. Nathan Sepulveda's night has come to an end. And entering the match is Frank DeRoma. That sub brought to you by East Bay Community Energy. Providing green power at low rates. Visit ebce.org to find out more. Ball fall. Slides it along for Ariel Mumba. And Mumba commits the foul. Sepulveda didn't factor much into that first half. A little bit more defensive of a player than Frank DeRoma. See if that can spark something for Las Vegas.
And it was a really tough first half for Sepulveda. He was unable to get a hold of the game. The game was just so open. There were so many gaps around him, and that is a nightmare as a center defensive mid. So look for DeRoma to get on the ball, to be more involved, and to support Molina going forward.
DeRoma signed in April after foregoing his remaining NCAA eligibility. Played at Cal State San Bernardino in Division II. Here's DeRoma. Molina. Calls again for Molina. Looks like Tony Leon is switched over to playing as a right winger as well for Vegas. So a lot of changes here in terms of the shape and the approach from Enrique Durant.
And that's something that the Oakland Roots have to be aware of now. They have to be aware of, you said it, Leon on the right-hand side, putting balls in, getting Jennings, and he sees like Trejo is getting underneath. He's playing a little bit more central now. So look for Clemenza and Green to communicate that to Fallen Frisori, to be that blanket in front of the back line.
Balls for Bokila, holding it up on a couple of defenders. Mumba runs onto it. Mumba to the end line. And that took a deflection out for a corner.
And again, Mumba's getting active. We're 3-4 minutes into the second half, and that's the second action we've seen on this side from Mumba. I think he could have hit it off the bounce and been a little bit more ambitious, but he wins a well-deserved corner kick for this Oakland Roots side.
Mafeka out to take it. Another East Bay Community Energy corner kick. Visit ebce.org to find out more. Mafeka puts it near the penalty mark. Back for Diaz. Trejo has the Vegas goal. Trejo actually a college teammate of Johnny Rodriguez at Cal State Northridge for a couple of years. Those two, a formidable tandem up front. Leon. Trejo tried to chest it down, unsuccessfully. In their time together at Cal State Northridge for 3 years, Rodriguez had 13 goals and Trejo had 26 goals. We'll see if Rodriguez factors in as well at some point now for Oakland. Vegas snuck another sub in there as well. Mikkel Kainen comes into the match for Dylan Presto. And the flag goes up here as Jennings and Trejo were lurking again. For a very young Vegas team, Kainen is 37 years of age, so it's at least some veteran presence. Leon. Out of room to roam. Frisori finally closes down the space, but Leon comes away with it. Has an option back. Tries to do it himself, and Takahashi sends it out for a throw.
And that's like the second, third time that Leon has gone into this right flank. And you can see what he's trying to do, trying to put dangerous balls in. But in the end, it's really well defended there by Takahashi.
'17-year-old Tony Leon. Both the good and the bad been very active tonight. Had the own goal on the diving header. Not much he could have done about it. Official attendance number is in as well at Laney College. It is officially the biggest crowd they've had, 5,044. Capacity is 5,000 before you get to the standing room. So spilling into that standing room tonight as the Roots battle here for playoff positioning. And right now, we showed you the score a moment ago. With San Diego still up 1-0 on LA Galaxy 2, it means Oakland currently occupies the 4th spot in the Pacific Division. And they need to finish with more points than Galaxy. First tiebreaker is head-to-head record. Galaxy won that season series. So a tie would go to Los Dos. Ball fall, picks out the run of Diaz, great ball in. Diaz, end line, puts it in front. And it's into the side netting.
How about that for a pass front fall? Just to have the vision for Diaz making that run on that right side. When you have a player that's able to pick a pass over 30, 40, 50 yards, it's just a weapon. Unlucky enough for Diaz, he just runs out of real estate. But again, you can see how active he's been. He's been tremendous in this match so far.
And replay brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburger, serving you since 1952. Gordon Farrell talked about how much he's grown and learned from this season after you asked him what his biggest lessons have been so far, Ricky. Talked about the steep learning curve and all the things they've battled to get to where they are, as Afeka draws a free kick in a very good position. And right now, I think he'd be proud to say, again, things can change moment to moment. Be proud to say that the team occupies the 4th spot right now for all they've been through and all he's learned on the fly, coming in as a technical director, forced into a head coaching role, still occupying both as the season goes along, and now here they are.
And you see the player Mefeka is able to do. He's just a player that's so comfortable in tight situations, able to squeeze away from a couple players and win a dangerous free kick for this Oakland Roots side.
Ball has 2 free kick goals this year. Remember, Clementa tapped him on the shoulder as if to say, go ahead and take it as well. Doesn't look like anybody's prepared for a cross here, where Mumba, Amarikwa, and Mokila are. Have to imagine this is going to be a strike from Volfall. Here in the 55th minute, a 2-1 Oakland lead. Volfall poised to strike it. The captain with 4 goals on the season. Volfall strikes it, and it's just wide. Working to win it back. Does so illegally. Call for the foul.
And it's a really well hit ball. Just not enough bent to creep into that near post, that top corner. You can see what he's trying to do fall. But let me tell you, that is not far off. And what an effort that is.
Oakland cranking up the pressure now. Afeka to fall. Steve Cherundolo knew that pressure would come at some point. Wonder if he's watching from somewhere now, hoping that this young Vegas team can start playing out of it. Noted that it was that pressure that forced that mistake by Vegas that led to the only Oakland goal in that 1-0 win for the Roots about a month ago. That pressure's on again. Cal Jennings works around Takahashi, puts a dangerous ball in. Ricochets in the middle off of Fisore. Sent back in by Traore. And it's Tumumba off the head of Volfall as Oakland is able to clear.
This Oakland Roots squad has to be very careful as they're pushing up, trying to win the ball in their attacking half. They do not leave any open gaps for the likes of Jennings, Vasquez, Trejo to get in behind. You can see how direct this Vegas side is in their play, in their attack. So they have to be very cognitive and be very smart in the way they press.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Trejo has some space here, closed down quickly by Clementa. Thought he was going to try and hit it right when he got to the top corner of the box. Took that extra touch, lost it, and now Jennings commits the foul. Sub on the way in for Vegas. Christian Torres is coming in, and Julian Vasquez will be heading off. That's brought to you by Aviation Institute. Looking for an essential career in the field of aviation? The Aviation Institute of Maintenance offers FAA-approved hands-on training to prep students to test for their airframe and power plant certifications. Call 888-FIX-JETS for more info. That's 888-349-5387.
And Vasquez started the game very well. He was very active, but he kind of faded through the game as it kept on going. And Torres is a player who likes to get on the ball. He likes to create, so look for him to have an impact and bring himself into the game.
Trejo has had a really big impact on this game, has the goal, had a number of other positive attacks as well. Amarikwa got that warning in the first half after his third foul. His fourth one turns into a yellow card.
And again, you can just see the skill and the quickness of Trejo. He just bursts by Amarikwa and picks up a dangerous free kick. And if you're Amarikwa, there's no need to stick your foot in there. He's going into three of your players to pick up a silly yellow. You're more experienced, and it's going to be very interesting and take a big shift discipline for him not to pick up a silly second yellow.
Molina, now the only player standing over it as Trejo jogs into the group of players, center of the box. Inching up to the hour mark. Molina from the free kick. Well hit ball in to the top of the six. But couldn't get it past that first Roots defender. Fall gets to the throw from Leon. He'll do it again. All those other results currently the same, but a scoreline change in San Diego. It's now 2-0 Loyal over Galaxy. That is a favorable result for the Roots here. If that holds, and this holds at the end of the night, Oakland and LA through 26 matches would be 33 points for the Roots and 32 for Los Dos. And Oakland would end the night in 4th place. And the big thing too with the current scoreline of Sacramento over Tacoma. Tacoma was the one team with a game in hand on the Roots. And now it wouldn't matter anymore what they do with that game in hand, because if this all stands, Oakland would end the night 3 points above Tacoma, and they have the tiebreaker on the Defiance. So even if Tacoma were to win that game in hand, the best they could do is end up tied with Oakland, but the Roots again have the tiebreaker. Fall to Mafeka. Now Amarikwa. Mafeka again, already with an assist tonight, and it was his cross that was headed in for the own goal. Nice interchange here in the middle for the Roots. And 60% possession in the first half. And so far in the second half, it's been more in Vegas's favor, 53-47. Green over his head. Don't know that he had Mafeka in mind there, but it worked out before the heavy touch from Linda Mafeka. Poor back pass, and Bokila nearly got there.
And now you can see Wafal getting and putting his stamp on this game, dictating the tempo. It's a bad giveaway here.
Jennings plays it across. Chance here, saved by Blanchett. Rebound was there and cleared by Diaz. Leone, it deflects, and it's out for a corner. Just as you were saying that, Wafal nearly cost things with the giveaway. And on the shot from the right wing by Torres, he almost made a very quick impact as a sub.
And you can see he just scuffs this ball, doesn't get clean enough contact to beat Blanchett, but what a save that is for the Oakland Roots goalkeeper. Not once, but twice, answering any questions asked of him. He's been tremendous so far in this game.
Pair of changes on the way. Bokila will exit, Johnny Rodriguez will enter. So now both of those Cal State Northridge teammates on the field on either side. Rodriguez for the Roots, Trejo for Vegas. It was Ariel Mumba who was down injured on the field. He will be subbed off for Johannes Harish. We haven't seen him in a while, or not at least as often as we used to see him. No issue for Harish, just as more players have come into the fold and really been playing well for the Roots in this winning run. There hasn't been much cause for Jordan Farrell to change much in the lineup. An opportunity here for Harish and his speed and those fresh legs to impact the game.
It's going to be a very big opportunity for Harish to look at Coach Farrell and say, hey, I deserve to be on this field day in and day out. So look for him to make an impact.
Corner floated, backside of the 6-yard box. Rodriguez gets a head to it, still alive. Pinballing around, and ball clears. Secondary ball in, Blanchett slips. Fortunately for Blanchett, it was missed by Molina. He might get a bill for that as he breaks into the Muir Orthopedic Specialist sign. A little wry smile as he walks back up the field. Left a nice boot mark on that sign. Oakland Roots take on their NorCal rival, Sacramento Republic, this Wednesday, October 6th. $1 beer and $1 soda night at Laney Stadium. And as it stands, that would be one of the biggest matches around the league on Wednesday night. Oakland in 4th place, currently a point ahead of Sacramento in the live table. Those 3 meetings so far this season between the Roots and Sac Republic have all ended in draws. 3-3, 0-0, and 0-0. And it's a big one for many reasons then on Wednesday, because if either side is able to win the match, not only is it a big 3 points against your rival in the playoff race, but you clinch that tiebreaker of the head-to-head season series. Taken short to DeRoma. Speeds by Mafeka. Laid off here from Molina, it's blocked. Clementa clears. Traore misread it, and it's out for a Roots throw. USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent and helping players transition to their USL senior teams. For more info, visit usl-academy.com. Here is Rodriguez. We highlighted him as the player to watch. Didn't start tonight. We knew he'd get in at some point. He's been so impactful ever since he came back from injury on August 18th. against New Mexico. And ever since then, in just a handful of games that he's been able to play, 7 starts, 11 appearances, he's got 2 goals and 3 assists, and those 3 assists are good enough for the team lead. So he has made quite the impact since returning from injury.
And look for him to work off Amarikwa. Amarikwa just draws so much attention. Here's a chance here.
Jennings canceled out by Green, and it's out for another corner. 3rd in a row here for the Lights.
And the Lights are getting into the attack more often. You can see the tempo starting to turn towards the Lights side. They're getting into the attack. And again, it's a dangerous opportunity here for the Lights to put the ball in a good opportunity.
Molina, maybe a little too much on that one. Nothing that Uche could do with it. Goal kick.
Going back to that point about Rodriguez, look for him to make runs off of Amarikwa. When Amarikwa comes to feet, look for Rodriguez to run in behind. When Amarikwa's pushing high, look for him to get in the gaps. He's just so smart in his movement, finding gaps and being able to pop up in dangerous areas.
Rodriguez is an interesting case study here between what a player wants and what a coach sees as best for the player. Rodriguez, he feels and he knows that his best ability is when he's in the box to do something. Jordan Farrell sees what he is capable of in terms of his vision and finding those runs in behind, and he can get to the box from the wide position. That's where he's played, and he's excelled there so far this season. And there he is out wide again, was waiting for the ball from Mafeka, but instead it's Diaz. Diaz continues his run, cuts it back for Rodriguez. Chance here for Johnny Rodriguez, off the post! And the flag ultimately goes up on Quincy Amarikwa then, as he touched it in an offside position after the shot from Rodriguez.
And again, it's Diaz involved. He's been tremendous, but the guy we've been talking about for the last 2 minutes, Rodriguez just pops up in a dangerous area, and how this stays out of the net is beyond me. You can see what he's trying to do. It's a great first touch and that second touch to put that on that far corner. Just so unlucky to hit that post. But again, you cannot teach someone to be able to read the game, to pop up in dangerous areas, to read where to run, when the ball's going to be there. And that is something that Rodriguez has been so impactful for this Oakland Roots side in the season so far.
And what I had said before, don't mean to suggest there's any argument or rift between Rodriguez and Jordan Farrell in terms of where to position him. It's something they've talked about, collaborated on, and Rodriguez is starting to see what he's been able to do from that wide position, and it's worked out. And again, in this Oakland system, as we've touched on throughout the night, so much versatility. You see players cycling all over the place, so just because he's out wide doesn't mean he stays out wide the whole time. The players will move around quite a bit. How about the courage of Rodriguez as well? The night before the season started, way back in early spring, he injured his shoulder. They thought he'd be out for the year ahead of that Phoenix game. He got injured trying a bicycle kick in practice. And then fast forward a few months, he scores that bicycle kick in contention for goal of the year against San Diego. So not shying away from doing it again just because he got hurt the one time, and it worked out for him.
That was a tremendous goal. That was the confidence, the audacity to have that and to pull it off. Tremendous from Rodriguez.
Giveaway from Takahashi. Jennings plays it out wide. Molina cuts it back towards Jennings. Battle here in the box. DeRoma commits the foul.
And he gets called for the foul there, but DeRoma has been so good since coming on, covering so much ground, putting in tackles, doing the dirty work for this Las Vegas side. And that's what you want as a substitute for Coach Duran, to be able to make an impact, and he's been tremendous since coming on.
Tonight's small business of the match, presented by American Express, is Kids Play Zone. Kids Play Zone in West Oakland's newest indoor play space. Offers kids imaginary play and parents a birthday party space. Visit Kids Play Zone on Market Street in Oakland or kidsplayzoneoakland.com. Brian Brown entering the match for Quincy Amarikwa. The depth of this team showcasing itself here in the second half. It's depth that wasn't there in May, June, July. It's part of the reason this team was 1-8-3. And it's part of the reason why since then they are 7-3-3.
And Amarikwa was terrific in this match. Of course, he missed the PK that was saved. He had a PK that was saved, but to be able to score a goal and show the confidence and the mental strength that he has is terrific, and it's just going to leak into the rest of the team. And a player like Brown to come on, it's an embarrassment of riches for Coach Farrell at this point. He's such a terrific player, Brown. To look for him to combine with Mafeka and have an impact.
You had an interesting conversation with Jordan Farrell about Brian Brown's role, whether it's as a 9 or whether it's out wide.
And when you have players like Brown, Rodriguez that are able to play in so many. That's a tough one there.
That'll be a second yellow on Traore, and he's done. As Vegas tries to battle back, they'll do so down a man.
Again, it's Diaz at the thick of it, and yeah, it's just a high elbow. He knows what he's doing. He knows Diaz is behind him. Just a bit of frustration to catch Diaz in the face, and that's something you never want to see. Just a bit of frustration there from Traore, and you want the Las Vegas player to keep his head in a situation like this.
As Diaz is tended to, want to remind you that player orthopedic care is provided by Dr. Rolf and Muir Orthopedic Specialists, online or in person. Muir Orthopedic Specialists provide specialized, innovative, and compassionate services. Getting back to that point, you asked the question to Jordan Farrell. USL Finals tomorrow. Is Brian Brown a 9 atop the formation? And the answer he gave you was similar to how he views Johnny Rodriguez, where it might be better out wide because of what he can do in every other aspect of the game.
And it's just so hard. If you would ask me, I say Brian Brown's a 9 with the season he has with Mafeka, playing him underneath. But Coach Farrell sees it differently, and that's why he's a coach and I'm not. But when you have players that are able to play as a 9, to play as a winger, when you have Quincy Miracle, when you have Bokila there, when you have Jose Hernandez, when he's able to play, there's just so many different combinations, and he's in there day in and day out in training, seeing which combinations work the most. So it's going to be very interesting to see once crunch time comes and it's a single elimination game, what players he puts on the field and the combination, because there's just so many options for this Oakland Roots team at the moment.
Here is Mafeka. Now Diaz. Takahashi. All the way back around to Diaz again. Now Fisore. Another quiet, steady night for Fisore as the holding midfielder in this formation for the Roots. Up for Diaz. Good ball into the center of the box. Brown was there. It'll be a corner.
And look for the Oakland Roots to be putting balls in dangerous areas with a player like Brown, who makes his living in and around that 6-yard box. You're up a man, and you want to make this Las Vegas Lights run. You want to find gaps, whether to play in. You want to move the defensive unit from left to right and find places to exploit. So look for this. Balls into dangerous areas. Keep going as the second half winds down.
The fake up near post. And they'll do it again. .21 total shots in this game, 11 for Vegas, 10 for Oakland. The fake up, good ball in, Rodriguez has it back where it came from. Four shots on target each side. Again, 21 total shots. Goals split 2-1 in Oakland's favor with just under a quarter hour to go with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa, glad to have you with us this evening. As the playoff race heats up in the Pacific Division. I say heats up, it can't really get any hotter than it is. Taking a look at the table, and how it is maneuvered throughout the evening. It's still 1-0 Phoenix over Orange County. It's still 2-0 San Diego over Galaxy. And it's still 1-0 Sacramento over Tacoma. So no changes in what it has been for the whole second half, which is the Oakland Roots in 4th place, LA Galaxy 2 in 5th place, Sacramento in 6th, and Tacoma in 7th. All teams within 3 points of each other. The Roots on 33, Galaxy and Sacramento on 32, and Tacoma on 30. Roars you hear from the crowd because they announced the attendance of 5,044. And is the record here for the Roots. Something tells me they might build upon that record on Wednesday against their NorCal rivals, Sacramento Republic, especially if the Roots are going into that game in a playoff position, which again is how it stands right now.
And on the other side of it, it's going to be really interesting to see how this Las Vegas Lights team ends this match. They're inexperienced, but look for them to grow on it, to come into a hostile environment like this situation with the man down. You know Coach Duran and Coach Chirondulo, who's not here tonight, gonna look at his players and see which player really wants to be here, really wants to step up and be in this atmosphere and take the game on their back and see how they perform.
Another change here for Vegas. That'll be it for Danny Trejo. He has their lone goal on the evening. Bruce El-Mesmari enters the match. Arish gets it by DeRoma, keeps going. And it's pulled back for the foul against DeRoma. Besides the playoff implications and your biggest rival in town, remember it is dollar beer and soda night on Wednesday, so plenty of reason to get out to Laney. Kai Green is called for the foul here. Or rather, Matias Visore, and he picks up a yellow. Visore then would be the only player on the field right now for the Roots with a yellow card. Amarikwa picked one up, but he has since been subbed off. Vegas, again, playing with 10 men after that red card in the 73rd minute from Mohamed Traore. Roma takes quickly for Molina. Good ball in, flicked on towards the back post and just wide. Vegas hasn't had an opportunity in about 10 minutes or so, maybe lulling Oakland to sleep, and nearly had it there. It was Kanan who rose for the header.
And it's a good ball in from Molina to find the head of Keenan, and he's just so unlucky not to put that on target. But again, you can see what a presence he is in that box, and it's a good header just on the wrong side of the post. But again, if you're the Oakland Roots, you have to be aware. You have to be concentrated to not give up a silly goal in this last 10 minutes.
Cal Jennings pressuring Kai Green. The veteran defender just clears it out for the safety of a throw-in. Jordan Farrell mentioned that Kai Green has given him some very tough decisions to make. Tariq Murad had that center back spot all to himself before an injury. It's tough to lose your job because of an injury, but the way Kai Green has played, even when Tariq Murad comes back and he is near a return, it's going to make life very tough on Jordan Farrell to decide who he puts in, who he leaves off. And that's not something that is just confined to center back. That is something he has to think about all over the field every game. He said it's a good reason to be kept up at night, though. Better that than dealing with trying to find your way out of a losing skid. He already did that, check mark there. And now it's a good reason to lose sleep at night over who you're putting in that starting 11 game in, game out. All those other scores still the same around the Pacific Division. Join USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community who have shaped the USL. Rodriguez. Getting to the end line. Rodriguez puts it in front. Harris tried the back heel flick. Rodriguez crashes through the advertising board. But again, creating down that right side.
And his ability to create and to set up players. You can see just his pace and explosiveness he has. And then to put a dangerous ball in, but you just want someone crashing that near that center of the goal, that far post area, just to tap that in. But again, positive impact from Rodriguez.
Well, Fall taken down. This is about the same spot he scored that free kick goal against New Mexico.
And he just wins a dangerous free kick, just getting the better body position of, I think it was Molina, to find. And you know, Wallfall fancies himself from this distance. We've seen him do it before. He had a clear free kick opportunity again that he just put on the wrong side of the post. So look for him to fancy himself to put this one on target.
Clementa and Mafeka are there as well. It is Valfall, and it's just wide. The official says it takes a deflection. So it'll be a corner for the Roots. See if we could see where that might have taken a touch. Looked clean. Roots catch a break, it seems like. To the back post. Falls for Fisore. Time winding down here at Laney. High pressure from the Roots. Molina down the middle for Jennings, running onto it. Jennings saved by Blanchett. Still alive here, Torres. Takahashi gets it through to Harish. Oakland's maybe been in cruise control the last 20 minutes or so, but all it takes is one chance there from Vegas and it's tied.
They cannot get complacent. You can see with a player like Jennings on the field, he's able to make you pay. He's looking for that ball in behind. And again, Blanchett stays up big and he stands up for his squad to keep their lead intact. He's had countless times they've asked questions of him, and every single time he's answered it. He's had a tremendous match, 86 minutes in. And you can see what the type of player Jennings is. He's direct. But look at Blanchett. He does not go down early. He stays up big. He stays up tall and closes the angle down. And that is what you want from your goalkeeper, to make it very difficult for any striker to put the ball in the back of the net.
That was officially the 4th save of the night for Blanchett. Taken by Mafeka. Brando mishandled it. Now looks to spring the quick attack with the rollout. Molina. That last touch a bit too heavy. And Fisore cleans it up. Leon. Throw into the end line for Jennings. Clementa able to stonewall him there. Brando reads it well on the long ball from Mafeka up to Brown. How many times have those two guys probably done that between their time on the training ground and their time at Reno? game-winning goal, or I guess game-losing goal, currently belongs to the own goal of Tony Leon back in the 29th minute. Saw 3 goals in that first half hour, none since. Oakland would love to secure a third here just to breathe a little easier, especially with a couple of chances we've seen Vegas come up with over the last 15 minutes. They'll go a few minutes without looking threatening, and then boom, one ball to Jennings or up there for Torres, and they're in on goal. And Blanchett had to make a couple of big stops. Also play from Harish to track back and win it. Now looking to keep it in. Collides with Daroma. And he's called for the foul. All other scores still holding in the Pacific Division. That was poorly done on the free kick from Daroma. Harish nearly took it on the break, but it's back for Daroma now. Chested down by Leon, shouts of handball from Oakland, not called. Open here for Vegas, and it's in. Uche levels it with 90 seconds to go of the 90. First of the season for the captain, CC Uche.
And you can tell how much it means to this Vegas side. But what about that from Leon? Just a little cheeky ball. And that's a striker's goal from CC Uche, who is a center back, but looking like a striker. What a finish that is. To sneak that into that far corner. Tremendous fight from this Las Vegas side. It was brewing. They were on the attack. They were making dangerous opportunities, and it paid off. For your Oakland Roots, you have to be more concentrated. You cannot give silly fouls at this point in the match and in the season.
Max Ornstill brought on. Rodriguez, fall. Three minutes of added time brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. If you order a Nation's Gigantic breakfast for lunch, does that make it a Nation's Gigantic lunch? Just a little food for thought. Huge breakfast any time of the day or night. Keep it real, make it Nation's. It was Lindo Mafeka who exited the match as Max Ornstill enters. Keep in mind, those 3 minutes were put on the board as we went into this injury stoppage, so 3 minutes from whenever we resume the play. Cut opened up over the eye of CC Uche. We were talking about it for a few minutes, Ricky. It was brewing for Vegas. It almost seemed disastrous on that short free kick from Daroma, where Harish was nearly on the break. They were able to turn it into something good.
And it starts from a silly free kick inside your own half. There's no need to go through the back of Daroma to give this Las Vegas side a dead ball opportunity, and they make you pay. If you're the Oakland Roots, you have to be better. You have to be more disciplined. You have to be more concentrated. We see here, it's just a little bit too casual, too many, no one man marking you can see. But what a finish that is from Uche to find that bottom corner. I'll tell you what, that's not an easy finish. As a center back, props to him. What a goal that is.
It's not an easy finish as a striker, the way he was able to hit it. Nonetheless, as a center back for his first of the season. And by the way, the assist to Tony Leon, making amends for the own goal that had this game 2-1 for the better part of an hour. Michael Yeboah enters the match for CC Uche. Don't have enough time here to get that all patched up for Uche, so they'll lift him. There you go. We resume at the 92-minute mark. So as you're watching at home, you figure the whistle will blow right around the 95-minute mark. There were 3 minutes added, but we didn't begin play in stoppage time till 92 because of the injury. Now it's Oakland trying again to find a winner. Vegas is doing this down a man after the red card was picked up, second yellow rather, by Traore back in the 73rd minute. And this latest turn of events drops Oakland on the live table from 4th all the way down to 6th. It'd be a point behind their rival Sacramento going into Wednesday's clash here at Laney. Kisore draws the foul, wants to take it quickly. El Mesmari clips the ball away. He'll pick up a yellow for that. Vegas already has one result like this year. Came at home against Phoenix. They were down 2-1 late. Magnificent volley late in that one to make it 2-2. Here we are again. Blanchette into the box. Diaz. Diving header away from Leon. El Mesmari left it short. Orange still takes it. Fall inside. Just mishandled by Green. As Oakland is committing everything forward now. Goal kick is the call. About a minute left in this one. This would be a terrific result for a Vegas team that is still just trying to develop game in, game out. Steve Cherundolo, again, not here tonight, said you develop with results, and this is certainly a result to be proud of. Down a man late in this one to find an equalizing goal.
And to have the character to keep fighting till the end and not give up. It's just tremendous experience for this young squad. And to come into a facility, a stadium like this with a hostile crowd, to salvage, it looks like a point away from home, a man down, is tremendous. And this is a character building performance from this Las Vegas side.
Could be their first road tie of the year, actually. 2 wins, 11 losses so far. Maybe one last chance forward for the Roots. Blanchette puts it up. Rodriguez was waiting for the volley, but it was cleared away, and the final whistle blows. Emphatic celebration from the Vegas bench. A hard-earned point, down a man. They find the late goal courtesy of CC Uche, and a disappointing result for Jordan Farrell's Roots as they drop 2 points in this very tight playoff race. 2-2 this one finishes.
Tremendous hard-fought match by both teams. And if you're the Las Vegas Lights, this feels like a win. You're down a man. You keep fighting until the end to find a late equalizer. Incredible performance from this young squad. And if you're the Oakland Roots, you feel very hard done by to lose and to drop 2 points at home. Not something you want to do at this point in the season.
We're back in a moment to wrap this one up.
Community. It's not just a place. It's shared experiences and memories. It's feeling like you belong. It's home.
Here is Jack McInerney, still McInerney!
But community is more than where you come from. It's the sum of our collective actions. And if we work together, it's ours for generations. East Bay Community Energy. Join us in leading the transition to green power.
Ball over the top for Rodriguez, cut inside, back post, exclamation point.
For so many, life looks different these days. Some now work from home, others have become essential. People are stepping up in big ways to help keep the world moving. And at Anthem Blue Cross, we're doing the same to keep them protected, with affordable plans full of benefits like online care. Because when health moves forward, we all move forward. Anthem Blue Cross.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. Anthem is transforming healthcare by improving the health of our local communities and by user testing, real-time feedback from real customers wherever you work. Take a look now at the full-time highlights brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. This was a wild first half. It was a quieter second half, but it picked up again in the end.
And you can see Vegas just on the front foot, getting into the attacking half and making things happen. Dryor was tremendous this game. He was getting involved. He was in dangerous areas and scores a great goal to start this game off for Las Vegas Lights.
And then in the 16th minute, penalty is won by Diaz, who had a really strong night up and down that right side for the Roots.
And he was getting into the attack early and often, and you just see just quicker to win a penalty for this Oakland Roots side.
Quincy Amarikwa struck it well, but it was saved by Rando, his 100th save of the season, leading all keepers in USL Championship.
And it's a well-struck penalty from Amarikwa. Just Randall gets the better of him in this situation.
We'd hear more from Amarikwa, though. A play like that, you could either slump your shoulders or try and get it right back. He did the latter.
And it's tremendous setup play from Diaz and Manfeka, but then it's all about the mental toughness of Amarikwa to get into dangerous areas and put the ball in the back of the net.
Oakland continued the momentum a few minutes later. Again, it comes from this right side. Amarikwa wins it, plays to Diaz, and then Manfeka puts in a very dangerous ball.
And it is the quality that Manfeka possesses in that left foot. And you feel for Leon. He has to do something. He has to put it over that end line. If not, Amarikwa is just lurking behind him. But unfortunate enough, just finds that bottom corner in the wrong goal.
But that would not be it. In the 89th minute, after a short free kick that nearly went wrong with Harish taking it the other way, Leon makes amends on the assist here, finding Uche.
And it's just such a cheeky assist just to pop that over there. But what about that finish from Uche? Looking like a striker the center back does to find that bottom corner. And I'll tell you what, that is not an easy finish. He makes it look a lot easier than it is. What a goal that is for the Las Vegas Lights to get a point on the road.
You can't complain about a lack of entertainment from this game. 4 total goals split down the middle, 28 total shots split down the middle, 6 on target to 4 in Vegas' favor. What a night here at Laney. Final stats brought to you by Anthem.
And it was a tremendous match. There's so much going on. The tempo was so high. But if the Oakland Roots, you drop 2 points at home, that is something you cannot do. You cannot afford to do at this point in the season. And if you're the Las Vegas Lights, you know Coach Cherundolo is away, and he's looking on the boys proud. This is a character-building tie for this squad, and what a tremendous night it was.
Take a look at the standings one more time before we wrap things up tonight, brought to you by Puma. This is as it stands right now. Orange County final whistle blew. They lost to Phoenix. They stay at 37. And you have Galaxy down 2-0 to San Diego, and Sacramento up 2-0 on Tacoma. So this is what it would look like going into that Wednesday clash between the Roots and Sacramento.
And that makes it so much more competitive. Wednesday, Sacramento, Oakland, playoffs, crunch time, it's coming, and I'm expecting a great match.
Jordan Farrell said every game at this stage of the season is a playoff game for the Oakland Roots. Tonight they dropped 2 points in what he called a must-win game. If he called this a must-win game, what does that make Wednesday when they will face Sacramento Republic with a potential playoff spot on the line here in this tight Pacific Division race? It finishes 2-2 tonight between the Roots and the Lights in a very exciting one in Oakland. Final score brought to you by Anthem. For my broadcast partner, Ricky Lopez-Espin, and the rest of the crew that makes this possible, I'm Joe Malfa saying good night from Oakland, California.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.